I've tried to talk to people within the community in school that I have, as well as online, possibly in person as well, that there are people like me, I'm guessing, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, that they at a young age start to project themselves or see themselves, their sense of self, in a way that is harmful to their progression and their growth and their happiness and many different ways. And if you could see yourself in that, then I would ask, what if that sense of self that you had at that time, and that is apparently in up to a certain level still with you, if not mostly or completely, what if that sense of self could change? And what if the the conclusions you came to at some point in your life, what if you could actually come to see yourself in a different way? Now, the way that I go about helping, that I was helped and that I help people to find a freedom from their old way of seeing themselves, that they, I mean, I remember at some point personally when I started to believe I was inferior and started looking for ways to see, oh wow, look, yeah, I didn't change my windshield wiper. I didn't help change the windshield wiper, so that means I'm incapable. I can't do something like that. I remember a specific situation like that. And I remember at some point I was kind of conscious, you know, that it was kind of comfortable, and it was honestly pretty nice when other people would take care of me, because then it was more proof, you know. My family had to take care of me, and look, I really can't do that, so that must mean that I am incapable, I'm unworthy, and inferior. But what if, just like it has mostly deteriorated, if not completely, I found a lot of freedom from it. What if you could be free from those kind of beliefs that are apparently, after having somebody work on my body deeply and work deep on my body, train me within the process to learn a different way of breathing, bringing a totally different experience into my body. And because I put a different experience into my body, the brain, who looks down to the body for all of its input about what it's going to make up about what to do next, then after that my brain had to adapt to the new experience and the new feeling and the new way I started seeing myself, because I allowed myself to go through what at one point was kind of a at some point there were several experiences, or a couple, you know, that kind of cemented in that vision of myself, that were kind of emotionally charged. Well, now the work that I do puts you through an experience that you could possibly call emotionally charged, or that brings up things that you've experienced in the past that were emotionally charged, or that still are, but this time you're learning to experience that with guidance and with help, and with somebody that sincerely is doing it because they care about you and want you to have freedom. And so that's what I am offering to people. Many people go about this in a way of talking about it, and my way would be to talk about what's helpful, but go straight to the body, because the body is where all of your experience takes place, and that is the body has everything to do with all the experiences you've ever had, and you don't have to keep viewing your past and your sense of self and all those things in the same way? What if you could experience it in a way where you could be free of all those past struggles, those burdens that you have that are leading you, if you're following me, to feel like you want to go to an addiction, or that over time have led you to feel depressed because you haven't simply learned how to feel better. And I would ask you, what if you could find freedom?